All right, today is July 13, 2023. This is the meeting of the Kubernetes Storage Special Interest Group. As a reminder, this meeting is public, recorded, and posted on YouTube. On the agenda today, we're going to go over the 128 items. The next upcoming deadline here is July 18th, which is code freeze next week. So that's coming up fast for anybody that is working on features. Please remember that date. And if you have anything that you want to add to the agenda, please feel free to do so. It is linked in the calendar invite. We have a few miscellaneous items to discuss already, so we'll go from there. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the planning spreadsheet and we can start getting status updates. So first item that we have here is recovering from resize failures, get API changes merged in 128, still need to support quality of service, alpha for this cycle. Amanth, any plans on this one? Any updates here?
Yeah, so the PR is out for review. Michelle is reviewing it, and it looking in good shape for 128, at least for the API changes that we planned for 120.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you for that update. Next, we have issues related to assuming mount volumes are mount points. Do we have Jing or anyone else have an update on this one?
I think we can close this. The one last item that was left was that during reconstruction, we used to assume that volumes are mount points, and that was removed. And after that, I think we are good. Michelle, I don't know if you have, but I don't see any other place in the code where we assume that the node population is.
Michelle, it looks like you just joined for this issues related to assuming volumes are mount points. I think Amanth is saying we are okay removing this or closing it out.
I would be okay with that if there's new issues or we remember actually what this was about, then we can put it back.
All right, cool. Sounds good. Thank you both. All right, we'll stop tracking that one moving forward. Next, we have provision volumes from cross namespace snapshot, PBC, continue alpha work, volume populator work in progress. Anything new here, Michelle?
I believe we needed to, so we're blocked on getting the reference grant API into core. I believe, I'm not actually sure where the design proposal is for that. I haven't double checked.
Got it. So it's possible this is going to slip 128.
I mean, definitely it's not targeting 128.
Oh,
so we might, like, it's already past the deadline. But if, I mean, if there is a proposal out, we should start reviewing it for 129.
Okay. Do you want to keep tracking it for 128 or?
Let me follow up if, I mean, we can, I think we don't need to mark it as alpha. We can mark it as design, maybe.
Okay. Okay, cool. Thanks for that update, Michelle. Next, we have CSI volume health, additional metrics and or events. Alpha this cycle. New contributor working on E2E test was the last update. Anything new here?
Yeah, so Ashwari is working on this. So she actually discovered a bug in the code. So she's looking at that and also looking at the E2E test.
Cool. This says work in progress. All right, next is change block tracking. Anything new here? Last was CSI community meeting. And next step was to update CAP.
So the cap was updated to reflect the current design. So I think the next step is we want to go to SIG auth and ask them for their feedback on the security aspect, because this is the design is different from anything else we have done before. We also pinned the tech security to take a look of the cap.
That makes a lot of sense. Cool. Thank you, Shing. All right, next up is enable privileged containers for Windows to replace CSI proxy.
Yeah, so we don't have a lot of progress on this right now. I think it's fair to say that it's not going to make it into 128, so we should definitely take it out of that. We probably need at least another couple of weeks to figure out what we want to do with this. I've said in the past, we are definitely interested in doing this work. That's still the case. We just need to find somebody to work on it, basically. So so I'll provide, I should hopefully have something by the next update. So
Sounds good. Thank you, Manu, for the update. I'll go ahead and mark this as design for this cycle.
yeah, I think that makes sense.
Cool.
So,
All right, thanks for the update, Manu. Next, we have SE Linux relabeling using mount options, CSI driver API change, and beta on default. Any updates here, Jan?
So the volume reconstruction fix was merged, and I posted a PR to enable the feature gate back to on by default. Which reminds me, I still need to.
Sorry, what was the second part you said? On by default PR is out?
Yeah, the feature gate is. I have a PR for the feature gate to be enabled by default.
Got it. Cool. Awesome. Thank you for the update, Jan. Next, we have CSI migration stuff. Number one is removing GCE. Matt, are you on the call or anyone able to give an update here? I think the work here should be done, right? Plugin has been removed. The overall GCP provider is outside of the scope of this work. That's being tracked by SIG GCP, I think.
Yeah, I think we can consider this done.
Okay. Okay, next two items are both tracking for the 130 release. So I'm going to skip over those. Then we have Ceph RBD and Ceph FS. Both are being deprecated, the entry versions at least. Latest status was PRs merged, may need docs. Any new updates?
I will pin Humble on this one. I
Sounds
forgot to
good.
check with him.
Cool. Thank you, Shing. Next two, we stopped tracking for these two for this cycle. So we're going to jump to better default storage class, moving from beta to GA this cycle. Last status, GA promotion PR merged, and the only remaining work was docs. Anything new here?
Docs is still in progress.
Okay.
Oh, PR is open and under review. That's a better statement.
Cool. Thank you, Jan. Almost there with that one. Quality of service volumes is next. This is alpha for this cycle. Last status update, CSI spec changes and review. Sunny, are you on the call? I know, I think it's basically similar status.
Yeah, so I just updated the last comment Ben has, but we'll wait for him to approve it.
Sunny, quick question for you. I think we were targeting this for 128. I doubt we are going to be able to make it in 128 at this point. I'm not sure what the status of the work is, but we had kind of discussed the possibility that if you folks need help, then we can contribute some resources towards the upstream code implementation for this KEP. So I think you had said you were going to put together a list of work items. Just wanted to see where we were with that.
Yeah, so we have already created a list, and then I'm thinking about sharing, but I don't know which platform I should share with you.
Got it. If you have a link, maybe you can just share it on Slack or over email mailing list or whatever works. I think
Yeah,
we would.
I think you can just put the link in the doc. I guess, Sunny, just make sure that you go through the items and make sure the ones that are already being worked on by folks are marked appropriately so that we don't, duplicate work.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, and just curious, are we still planning on targeting 128?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I think at this point it's difficult. I would say 129 is more.
Yeah, I think that's what I was going to ask as well. So.
Yeah, I think we're going to keep it marked as 128 for now. I think the benefit here is that most of the changes here will likely be out of tree. But at the next meeting, depending on where things land, we can slip this to 129. You're right, most likely it'll slip to 129, but let's see. Let's wait another cycle before we update it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Makes sense.
All right, thank you, folks. Next, we have robust volume manager reconstruction beta on by default again in 128.
That's the same as Linux. The fix was merged. I am enabling the features by default.
Any remaining work?
Yeah, I need to enable the feature gate to be on by default.
And you, sorry, I'm having difficulty hearing you. You said something was merged?
The bug fix was merged.
Got it.
Yeah, now it's accurate.
Cool. Thank you, Jan. All right, next is PV last phase transition time. Looks like last status was PR is out and under review. Any updates on this one?
Yep. Roman is back from PTO and he said he will update the pull request tomorrow-ish. So I would like Michelle to reserve some time on, I don't know, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. It should be simple. However, we have only a few days left.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. What day is he's going to have it ready tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Hopefully.
I should be able to look at it, assuming it's there. Just ping me when it's ready.
Sure. Thanks.
All right, thank you, folks, for that update. Now we move on to volume expansion for stateful sets, which is co-owned by SIG apps. Designed for this cycle. I don't think we've had any updates on this for a while.
No, actually, this is being continuously reviewed. Did we have no break last time? I got to not join. Okay, so it's being reviewed and by SIGAP and by us. So there's no consensus. There needs to be further calls to actually come to a consensus, but it's making progress through the design phase.
Nice. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. Cool. Thank you for that update, Hemant. Next, we have non-graceful node shutdown, which is co-owned by SIG node.
Yeah, so we have 2 PRs on metrics. Those are merged. And E2E test is submitted. It's been reviewed. There's also a PR that adds this new E2E test to test grid. And then there is also a PR that is basically flipping the feature gate. That one is being reviewed. Yeah, so come on, Michelle, if you can help with reviews, that'd be great.
Cool. Looks like it's pretty close. Thank you, Xing. And then last one we have is storage capacity scoring. This is designed for this cycle. KEP is out for review. Anything new here? Okay. All right, so I think we're done with going over status updates for 128. Let's switch back to our agenda. So first up, Sunny, for your CSI spec changes, anything you want to discuss there with the group?
Yeah, so the last comment I tried to resolve is from Ben, and Ben has already just waiting on him to review the last time. But if anyone else still has more questions, please either leave in the PR or we can discuss it here.
Cool.
Yeah, if there's no comment at this meeting right now, we can move forward.
Sounds good. Okay. I'm hoping we get James to sign off, and I think if we have both James and Ben, I'll just go ahead and LGTM it and merge it.
Okay.
But let's see. I think James is hard to get his time. So, all right. Next, Jan, you have stalled AWS EFS CSI driver PRs.
Yeah, I just see a lot of people from AWS here, so I would like to ask them if they can look at those PRs and maybe help with review. Both of them were open for half a year at least, and from my point of view, they're okay to merge. However, somebody from AWS is asking for wants to do a review on AWS side. Actually,
Yeah, thanks for bringing this to our attention, Jan. Most of the folks here are from the EBS CSI driver. So, but I can follow up with the EFS CSI driver team and see what the status on this is. Hopefully we should have something before the next meeting. So.
Thank you very much. That's basically what I wanted to achieve. Folk people from AWS.
All right, cool. Thank you both for helping keep that moving. Any other topics for discussion today, folks? Okay, short meeting today then. I'll get 40 minutes back. Thanks, everyone. Take care.
Thank you all.
Thank you.